happily ever after. Lila never thought she could have her own romantic love story, let alone with someone so different from her. She was a shy, introverted girl who always kept to herself. She had always preferred reading books to going out and socializing. But then, one day she met him. Dhruv was the complete opposite. He was outgoing, confident, and had a contagious energy that drew people towards him. Lila first saw him at a party that she was reluctantly attending. She was standing by the wall, quietly sipping her drink and trying to blend in with the background when he came over and conversed with her. Lila was surprised by how easy it was to talk to him. He had a way of making her feel comfortable and at ease, even though she was very nervous at that moment. Soon, Lila found herself talking about everything under the sun, from her favorite books to even their dreams for the future. Over the next few weeks, they started spending more time together. Dhruv would take her to parties and introduce her to his friends, and Lila would take him to quiet coffee shops where they'd talk and read together. Soon, they started to realize that they had more in common than it seemed like initially, what with their differences in personality. Lila didn't want to admit just how quickly she found herself falling head over heels for him. She loved his enthusiasm for life and his ability to make even the most mundane activities seem exciting. He brought out a side of hers that she didn't even know existed. And despite her reservations about opening up, she found herself sharing her deepest thoughts and fears with him. One day, Dhruv took Lila on a surprise date to a bookstore. He knew who her favorite author was from their many conversations. So he had gone out of his way to track down an event during which her favorite author was signing copies of one of her latest books. As they reached the author's table, Dhruv asked the lady if she'd write something along with her signature on the book they were about to buy. The lady got curious and agreed. Dhruv handed her a note which she read and smiled broadly at. After she wrote what was written on the note down, Dhruv let Lila see it. The first page read, "Dear Lila, will you marry Dhruv and make him the happiest person in the world?" Lila felt weak in her knees as she hugged Dhruv and cried happy tears. Later that evening, he looked at her with his bright eyes and his infectious smile and told her that he had never loved anyone more. And for the first time in life, Lila said "I love you" back to a person. Unbelievably, her romantic story was getting written. Now, a decade later, the two very different people were still together. They learned to balance each other out and embrace their differences. Dhruv still loved going out and meeting new people, but he always made sure to include her and respect her need for alone time. And Lila learned to step out of her comfort zone and enjoy the excitement and adventure that life had to offer. Lila always thought that a shy introvert like her would never find love, but Drew showed her how together, their love spoke loudly.